video, we're going to take a look at how to validate a residency status using the reports in the admin tool. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get authenticated into the system. We're going to click on enrollments, and then we're going to take a look at two different ways you can validate residency. We're going to start with looking at running a report that shows you every single student that you need to validate their residency status for your home college. So let's start by looking at that report. The first thing you're going to do is where it says enrollment and application status, you're going to click the drop-down box and you're specifically going to choose registered and pending validation. You can enter in a date from and to if you need to, or you can run it open so that you capture everything that needs to be validated in the system. Or you could also take a look at details if you wanted to see which residencies have had a change in validation or if there's been updated values. Those are filter options as well. But if you're looking to just validate the status of a student's residency and you want a big picture of everybody that you need to validate, this is the best way to do it here, running a bulk report. So once you go ahead and you get those filters in place, click on the Filter tab. Now, what happens here is that your table updates here below, and you've got all of these listed here. If you scroll over to the right, in this report only, you're going to see a link that says Validate. And if you click on that Validate link, it's going to show you the CCC ID for the student that needs a residency status validated for, what term they've cross-enrolled into, and then it's going to ask you for tuition purposes, are you able to validate based on the last known status that this student qualifies for residence fees or non-resident fees? And if you click the drop-down box, you have two options. You can say, based on the last known status, yes, this student qualified for resident fees. Or you can say, no, this student does not qualify for resident fees, or I'm unable to validate with existing data. Okay, so you'll choose an option. You'll click the validate after you've looked at your system to see what they actually qualify for. And then you'll be taken to the student enrollment details page where it will show you the equivalent home college course and the teaching college course and section that they cross-enrolled into, and it'll show that you have validated that residency status for that particular student, okay? To get back to that report, go back to enrollments. You can go back to registered and pending validation and run that filter again, okay? That's how you can do that at the bulk level. If you want to do it at an individual level, here's how you do that. Every single time a student cross-enrolls into a teaching college, if they have self-reported their residency status on the AER form that's in the CVC system, you're going to get an email if that student said that, yes, I'm a resident. If they said no, they're not a resident, you're not going to get an email. We don't need you to validate that scenario. So if the student said, yes, I'm a resident, an email is going to be generated out to whoever is set up to receive those emails. And the email is going to look like this. It's going to say new enrollments that need to be verified. And these are at the student level. So every single email that you receive will say your student, whatever their name is, has enrolled in whatever teaching college for the whatever term through the CVC course exchange, and they've self-reported their residency status. So we're asking that you review and validate the residency status that's in your SIS system, and to go directly to that particular validation for that student that you received an email for, we give you the direct link that has you bypass this entire bulk running report. And that direct link in your email is going to take you directly to the student enrollments detail page so that you can just go ahead and validate specifically at that page. Then same applies. You would go ahead and pick the correct status based on your records, and then you would hit validate. And those are the two ways that you can validate residency for students, either using the email at the student level detail or by running a bulk report and validating them one by one based on the report results.